separate my model and send it to a printer. This is an example of that, and this is how it was actually sent. All these pieces, basically the whole plane looked something like this, and I just took each of the individual subtools, just clicking them, using the transposed lines, and just positioning them off and rotating, and just placing them in space, setting them on an actual floor grid here. So go to the side here, and I turn perspective, you can see they're all close to sitting on that ground there. There may be one or two that's a little bit high. This is what it should look like if you're sending a model that's been separated from keys to a printer. Now once they get it, they can actually manipulate these shapes further if needed, but this is basically the split up. We had one question or idea that was basically taking the model and splitting it up automatically. Can you write a plugin to split this model? Well, there's actually this tool inside ZBrush called Expose.
Are you about to show us a practical use for the Expose tool?
I am. I'm going to show you a practical use for the Expose tool.
I'm so excited.
So over here you have this Expose option, and so if you zoom out on your model and you just click Expose, it's going to basically shatter your model all over the place. So it's taking it and just throwing every single subtool you have all over in the world. Hit Expose again and it'll all go back together. Well, over here you have a control for this actual exposed amount of well, and so you have X, Y, and Z values over here. So you can kind of determine, how much these pieces are going to move and in what axis. So you can come over here and kind of see how far they're going to go. If you just want them to all split in one axis or multiple axes, you just come over here and change this expose here, and it's going to do that for you. Well, after you have these kind of exposed out, now it's a little bit random, so it does put them everywhere in kind of mixed matched areas. Well, you can come in and kind of move these around again after you have exposed. They're not going to go back nice and neat after you start moving them if you click expose and then start transforming again. So just be wary of that when you start playing with this functionality. So I'd probably save your tool or duplicate it before you start moving stuff around. But now you can go in and say, like, this guy was interpenetrating this part here, so that's probably not where I want to put it. So I can just draw a transpose line out and just move it in space and just move it out of that part there. Same with these little wheels over here. Just take those and move them out. And they may go a little bit crazy because they're actually still kind of frozen to the original kind of exposed shape. So you can see they're actually pop over here. So that's where the exposed version was. But you can end up kind of moving them out to like further explode them in your scene. Now once you have them all exploded, there's two ways you can kind of get this out in this exploded form. So the one way, if you've already gone through and kind of dynameshed your model, so this scene here has already been dynameshed, so I have 435 points. I can basically go to Tool, go to Subtool. Subtool wants to open today, and do Merge, and just do Merge Visible. And that's going to take everything where it at is in position and give you a new tool. So now you have this nice exposed tools, and then you just go to Export, and you can now export that out as an OBJ. Well, if you don't want to do the merge process, we can go back to the original kind of exposed version like this. And now we can go to Z plugin, and we can just go to this 3D print exporter, and we can just export an STL out of here. And that will allow you to export this out as it's exposed like this. Now your sizing feature for this, as long as you have a size, like one shape in there that you can actually size to and you know the exact shape, you can then do this expose and then just select that shape and send it out, and all the other parts will go out that same size. But that will give you that part all shot out as it is exposed. So quick way to split your model.